Hi, I'm Ray Werner, a Pittsburgh playwright. I've known Mark for 11, 12 years, ever since he produced my first trilogy, Elder Hostages, and a dozen plays over the past 10 years, and gave me the nom de plume of Papa Ray. My kids and grandkids picked up on that right away. I'm honored to read Chronicles number 22, LBP. It starts out like a low fog as it rises up your body across your chest. You say in an urgent whisper, "Please take my blood pressure." It hovers for a while until your results are ready. Then once it is announced, it appears to be satisfied, but only briefly. It continues its slow assault in your body. It gives you just enough time to be wheeled back to your room, semi-conscious, sweating, and speaking at slow, unintelligible clips. This is why there were no Chronicles last week. I was in the clutches of yet another unexpected side effect, or physical dilemma, if you will. Low blood pressure shut me down for the good part of a week. With attacks happening Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was left dazed, distraught, and fearful the remainder of the week. Wednesday was the worst. With my family present, I was wheeled back to the room where, once stabilized, I had what would be considered the early stages of a nervous breakdown. Luckily, my mother knew how to handle such pity parties. She refused to allow me to feel bad about my condition and smothered my why me's with trust in Jesus. It worked too. Later, I apologized to my 8-year-old nephew for falling apart in front of him, but I did explain to him that I was scared and that those emotions emanated from that experience, and that I had never experienced the effects of low blood pressure. It wasn't a great feeling. They now have me on additional medication that seems to work. In addition, I must now wear a corset-type belt around my waist whenever I leave my bed. They say it will keep more of my blood in my upper body, which will help stabilize my blood pressure. Friday, with my family present, I was able to stand unassisted at the parallel bars. The first time, I stood for a minute. The second time, for a minute 15 seconds. Saturday, I spent most of the morning calling friends in other cities. Hearing their voices warmed my heart. Later in the afternoon, my wife brought the boys out, and again, my heart was warmed by their presence. I also had plenty of surprise visits over the weekend. Sunday was capped off with a visit by my big brother Rick and his son Lil Rick. They put me through several exercises late at night. And then we sat back and told my nephew Carl R. Southers III about the good old days growing up in the HILL. Story after story flowed from Big Rick and my mouth late into the evening. Yes, it was a great visit and a great weekend. So here we go, into another week. Let's see what it brings.